The Grand Egyptian Museum, here we are. It is March 12th, 2024. It is not fully open. It is only on a soft opening, but we've just paid 24 USD to come in and get a guided tour of the main hall and the grand staircase. About 70 objects on display right now, and we're going to take you through and show you what you can see during this soft opening of the largest archaeological museum in the world. I'm very excited, and here we are with a beautiful opening in the atrium showing water artfully designed by the architects, almost in the shape of the hieroglyph for water. And beyond it, you will see the world's first hanging obelisk. Around it, we have the words welcome in all sorts of different languages. This is a small obelisk of Ramses from Tanis that they brought, and they mounted, and you can see cartouches that were covered for years by walking underneath, so it's very special. Let's carry on inside.
The pyramid-shaped entrance is adorned with the cartouches of ancient Egyptian pharaohs grouped in their dynasties. It serves as a majestic gateway into the heart of ancient Egyptian civilization. As you pass through the entrance, the grand atrium unfolds before you, a vast space reminiscent of the hypostyle halls of ancient temples. Dominating the center of this impressive expanse stands the granite colossus of Ramses the Great himself, rising out of water like creation. Behind me is the famous, enormous statue, 83 meters, of Ramses the Great. It stood for decades in Cairo Station, and now it has been moved here, the largest piece in the entire collection. Let's go around the front and take a look at it. The magical thing about this massive 83-foot statue of Ramses is that twice a year, on February 21st, his birthday, and October 21st, his coronation day, the light of the sun that's been designed will shine through one of the cartouches and a light on his face. It's a magical event. They celebrated it last year in 2023, and this will be a wonderful time to visit the Grand Egyptian Museum to see this incredible event, just like it shines at Abu Simbel temples in the south. Just behind Ramses stands the victory column of King Meremptah, Ramses' 13th son. It was originally erected at Heliopolis to commemorate the king's triumph over the Libyans and the Sea Peoples. Further back, there are statues of Ptolemaic monarchs, likely Ptolemy II and his queen Arsinoe. They were recently rescued from the sunken cities of Phonis Heraklion in the Mediterranean Sea east of Alexandria. And this brings us to the grand staircase, now open to explore with dozens of magnificent statues, columns, lintels, and sarcophagi. We're on the royal staircase. This is the first section, and it has to do with the image of the king, the royal image. Look at that stern face we started with, the Senwosret III of the Middle Kingdom. It's so distinctive with its frown and its big ears to hear conspirators. Going up, look at this fine face, very different. This is the kindly, prosperous king, Amenhotep III, who is the great diplomat across the Aegean. Wonderful. This is the father of Akhenaten, who probably is the first to elevate the Aten. Going further up, you find the wonderful Queen Hatshepsut, who portrayed herself as a man. Her face is a little bit feminine, but she wears the masculine royal beard, and she was every ancient king during her time. Follow me all the way up. Beautiful. Must look at the face of Tutmosis III. He was the Napoleon of Egypt, great warrior king who expanded Egypt's borders farther than any other king. And finally, we have the very, very distinct face of King Akhenaten, the heretic king who changed the religion, the culture, the art. There was no one like him. King Akhenaten, this is the image of the king. Now we're at the second section, and this is all about houses of eternity. It includes these great pieces like this wonderful lintel from the mortuary temple of King Sahura, the 5th dynasty at Abu Sir. These wonderful pillars that fronted his doorway. These were the sun kings of the 5th dynasty who changed the whole religion and elevated Ra. Let's walk around and see these beautiful sphinxes behind. These wonderfully distinctive sphinxes
from Amenemhat III of the Middle Kingdom now, and they were found in Tanis. They were probably brought there from the Fayoum. And between them we have this lintel. This is from another very important site of Avaris, and it's Amenemhat I. And it's another lintel. All of these structures had to do with the afterlife. They're mortuary structures, and this is what this section celebrates. If we walk around just behind, you'll also see, way up there, you'll see a wonderful piece of an obelisk of Merenptah, Ramses' son, and behind it from Karnak, look at that beautiful pyramidion from an obelisk of Hatshepsut, and this is from Karnak. And we'll also see these beautiful shrines. These are all monuments of representing divine houses here at the second level of the royal staircase at the gem. This is the third section of the royal staircase, and it's entitled Gods and Kings. And we have some masterworks here. I'm looking at this very unusual triad statue from Heracleopolis, and it's of the triad of Memphis. We have Ptah, the creator god, Sekhmet, his consort, and the child Nefertiti, but it's not Nefertiti. This is Ramses the Great taking the place of Nefertiti, and his crown is even higher than the two other gods. It's really beautiful work. Right in front of me, we have a wonderful Osirid statue of Senwosret I from Abydos, the domain of Osiris. Also, looking down, beautiful colossal statues of Amenhotep III with Horus. And if we turn up here, I'm going to walk up to past these amazing Sekhmet statues on the stair, and look again at another colossal statue of Ramses the Great. But if we come up here, if we walk up here and we look to the side, you'll see he's being protected by the Syrian war goddess Anna. And Ramses really loved this goddess. He named a son after her, he named a daughter Bin Anath, and he named a horse as well. So he is protected by her as he moves forth, the left leg forward, moving forth into battle, into the great life he would lead. This is beautiful images of gods and kings on this third level. This is the final section of this royal staircase that is open, and it is the journey to eternity. And here we find a selection of massive sarcophagi. The one here is from the 4th dynasty, dating to the reign of Menkaure, and it has the palace facade. Going up, I think we have a recently found massive sarcophagus from Tuna el Jebel in the middle of Egypt. And we have this rare 26th dynasty, beautiful sarcophagus of Princess Nitocris, one of the god's wives of Amun there, with a beautiful effigy on the top. It leads all the way up, as you can see, to a view of the pyramids at the top, looking up to the actual Giza plateau with the 9 pyramids of the 4th dynasty.
The Grand Egyptian Museum at Giza, a $1 billion project, 7,000 years of history, more than 100,000 artifacts, 3,800 acres, the world's largest museum, and all 5,000 of Tutankhamun's treasures restored and brought together to create a breathtaking immersion into Tut's life. The Gem, it's opening fully soon at the foot of the pyramids.